I never thought ghosts and stuff were real, but this one thing changed my mind completely. One day, I was at a flea market, just looking around for some cool old stuff. I found this old VHS tape. It had no label, but I was curious about what was on it. That night, I got my old VCR from the attic and set it up. I put the tape in, expecting it to be nothing, maybe just some old home videos or something. At first, the screen was just static, like white noise and fuzz. I thought maybe the tape was broken or empty. Then, after a few seconds, I saw a room. The video was very grainy and shaky, like whoever filmed it couldn't hold the camera still. It made me feel kind of uneasy, but I kept watching. The room was empty, except for one chair in the middle. There was nothing else in the room, just this old wooden chair. I kept watching, wondering what this video was about. After a while, a man walked into the frame. He was wearing really old clothes, like from the 80s or something. His face was in the shadows, so I couldn't see it clearly. He walked to the chair and sat down, looking straight at the camera. He didn't blink or move, just stared right into the lens. I was about to turn it off, thinking it was just some weird art project or something, when the man started talking. His voice sounded really weird, like it was recorded on a bad tape or something. He said, "If you're watching this, it's already too late. This tape is cursed. It shows you the last thing you'll see before you die." I laughed nervously, trying to shake off the creepy feeling, but I couldn't help but feel a chill run down my spine. The screen went black for a moment, and then it showed a different room. This time, it was my room. I stared at the screen, my heart pounding. The camera panned around, showing everything in my room. The unmade bed, the posters on the wall, even the pile of laundry in the corner. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. How could this be my room? The camera moved to the door, and I saw it start to creak open slowly. My heart was racing now, and I felt a knot in my stomach. The same man from the first part of the video walked into my room. This time, his face was clear. It was pale, almost ghostly, and his eyes were hollow and black. I heard a noise behind me and quickly turned around, but there was nothing there. I was alone in my room. When I looked back at the TV, the man was closer now, almost at the foot of my bed. He was reaching out, pointing directly at me through the screen. Suddenly, the screen went black again. I sat there trembling, trying to make sense of what I had just seen. Maybe it was some kind of elaborate prank, I thought. Maybe someone was messing with me. But then I heard the floorboards creak, the same sound I had just heard on the tape. My heart was pounding in my chest as I slowly turned around. The door to my room was opening, just like in the video. I was frozen in fear. The last thing I saw was a pair of hollow black eyes staring back at me from the darkness. Now, I don't know what happened after that because I can't remember. Maybe I fainted or something. When I woke up, it was morning. The sun was shining through the window, and everything looked normal. I tried to tell myself it was all just a bad dream, or maybe I was just imagining things because of the creepy tape. But deep down, I knew it wasn't just a dream. I got up and checked the door. It was closed, but the floorboards creaked again when I stepped on them. I felt a shiver run down my spine. I decided to get rid of the tape. I didn't want to watch it again, and I definitely didn't want anyone else to see it. I took the tape and drove to the nearest dumpster, throwing it in and hoping that would be the end of it. For a few days, everything seemed normal. I tried to forget about the tape and the creepy man with the black eyes. But then, weird things started happening. I would hear noises at night, like footsteps outside my room. Sometimes, I felt like someone was watching me, but when I turned around, no one was there. One night, I woke up to the sound of my door creaking open. My heart was pounding as I stared at the door, waiting to see if anyone would come in, but nothing happened. I got up and checked, but there was no one there. I was starting to feel like I was losing my mind. I decided to do some research about the tape. I went online and searched for anything about cursed VHS tapes. I found a few stories, but nothing exactly like mine. Most people said they were just urban legends, made up to scare people. But I knew what I saw. I knew it was real. One day, I found a forum where people shared their experiences with haunted objects and cursed items. I posted my story, hoping someone could help me, or at least tell me what was going on. A few people replied, saying it sounded like a classic ghost story. But one person seemed to know more. They told me that tapes like this were used by spirits to find new victims. They said that once you watch the tape, the spirit attaches itself to you. I asked them what I could do to get rid of it. They said there wasn't much I could do, but I could try burning the tape. Maybe that would break the curse. I felt a little better, knowing there was something I could try. I went back to the dumpster where I had thrown the tape and found it. I took it to a remote spot and set it on fire. I watched as the tape melted and burned, hoping it would end the nightmare. For a while, things seemed better. The noises stopped, and I felt less paranoid. But then one night, I woke up to the sound of the floorboards creaking again. My heart sank. I turned around and saw the door opening slowly. In the darkness, I saw the same pale face with hollow black eyes staring at me. I realized then that burning the tape didn't work. The curse was still with me. I don't know what to do now. I feel like I'm being watched all the time. I don't know how much longer I can take this. If anyone has any advice or knows how to get rid of a ghost, please help me.